Big Mac or Whopper? Most people have a preference, and this burger loyalty runs deep. The decades-long rivalry between McDonald's and Burger King helped give rise to the term Burger Wars. And these two companies have been vying for the top of the fast food industry since their founding.
Come at your Burger King!
Big Mac and a Coke on the go. McDonald's!
3 out of 4 people prefer the taste of the flame-broiled Whopper to the fried Big Mac.
Even though the rivalry can be traced back to the early 1980s and is still going strong today,
I'd like a Big Mac, but actually big.
McDonald's has held the #1 revenue spot in the burger and fries industry for decades,
I'm loving it.
with Burger King trailing according to QSR magazine. Mickey D's revenue in 2020 was $5.31 billion, while BK pulled in $1.6 billion. McDonald's might dominate in earnings, but Burger King has proven to be, well, a king of advertising. And advertising is where the competition really comes to life.
Burger King would like to suggest that everybody from McDonald's please leave the room.
As the underdog, Burger King has historically relied heavily on an attack ad approach, most commonly claiming that consumers prefer the taste of their flame-grilled Whopper to McDonald's griddled Big Mac.
The Whopper tastes better than Big Mac.
Yes, it's true.
Let the record show, Burger King was first to this big burger venture. The Whopper was introduced in 1957, while the Big Mac wasn't created until 1968. Stoking the friendly fires of industry competition, BK leverages its differences to reinforce they are not McDonald's, and they're okay with that.
When it comes down to this, it's as easy as this.
As the fast food titan it is, McDonald's has generated far fewer attack ads of their own, but when they do, they choose to focus on its advantages, like its many locations around the world. By just looking at the ads, both companies don't seem terribly different from one another, but the profit margin and business models tell a different story. So where did this rivalry come from? And how did a simple question, Big Mac or Whopper, spur brand loyalty for generations to come? Let's take a look at where it all began. McDonald's was founded in 1948 in San Bernardino, California by Richard and Maurice McDonald. The restaurant served up a limited menu, priding itself on fast service. In 1955, salesman Ray Kroc was impressed with the operation and positioned himself to franchise the restaurant, jump-starting the McDonald's empire we know today. Kroc acquired the rights to the company for $2.7 million in 1961, a steal considering the company today is valued at $46.1 billion. McDonald's stands as the largest restaurant chain in the world, and the Golden Arches can be seen at over 38,000 locations worldwide. Meanwhile, on the other side of the country, Burger King was finding its footing under the name Insta Burger King. In 1954, franchisees David Edgerton and James McLemore stepped in, dropped Insta, and set up shop in Miami. The restaurant struggled during the early years, but was brought back to life after the creation of a massive flame-broiled burger with all the fixins.
The Whopper.
Burger King is valued at $8.2 billion, and the home of the Whopper has over 18,000 locations globally. Over the decades, McDonald's has found success in branching out from the classic items and expanding their menu, sometimes trying to serve up too many items with a menu that has only grown through the years, leading to longer wait times and unhappy customers. Realizing this, in 2015, McDonald's made operational changes, including improving food quality and streamlining operations while reducing its menu selection. And while McDonald's has pushed a wholesome family image, it's had its share of bad press. Despite it all, McDonald's has sat comfortably at #1, though not to say Burger King hasn't tried to win the throne. While unable to achieve a similar broad menu success, Burger King has instead focused on basics and customer service to keep wait times down. Oh, and have we mentioned their award-winning advertising?
I know a perfect way to show McDonald's how I feel. I go to Burger King.
While not always hitting the mark, Burger King's willingness to take risks sets it apart from its competitors in a way that convinces customers their business is bigger and better than McDonald's. In a move to condemn artificial preservatives last year, Burger King unveiled the Moldy Whopper ad. While the verdict is still out whether this ad has been successful with consumers, it received widespread attention and industry acclaim. Burger King has relied on this attack ad strategy to engage with customers and drive revenue, from campaigns such as the Whopper Detour, which promoted the new Burger King app and unlocked a 1-cent Whopper if a customer registered within 600 feet from a McDonald's, to responding to customer complaints on McDonald's Facebook site with Burger King coupons. In the past, Burger King has had a tendency to get caught up in gimmicks, but its marketing efforts continue to push the boundaries and social media presence work to keep the brand relevant. But in 2015, the Burger King reached out to Ronald McDonald for a truce. With a full-page newspaper ad and a website, BK proposed bringing the two companies' signature items together to create the McWhopper. This one-day event was intended to raise awareness for global peace, with proceeds going to Peace One Day. McDonald's CEO at this time, Steve Easterbrook, took to Facebook in a now-deleted post to decline the collaboration, citing the companies had the opportunity to do something bigger to make a difference, but failing to include any specifics. Fans were not pleased, and the peace offering went no further until the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Last November, Burger King issued an ad urging customers to order from McDonald's as well as other competing chains, hoping to remind customers that restaurants have been especially hard hit in 2020 during the pandemic. To remain on top, these companies are always innovating to keep up with consumer demand as interests shift. Both companies now offer delivery options and are making moves towards reusable cups and sustainable packaging options. Speaking to vegetarians and eco-conscious consumers, Burger King rolled out the Impossible Whopper in 2019 in a nearly cultural moment for fast food. It took McDonald's over a year to announce its plant-based product line called McPlant, which will include a meatless patty created with Beyond Meat. And so, what does this rivalry teach us? While advertising is important, it's just not enough to truly compete with McDonald's revenue. And hey, while we'd love to see these companies kiss and make up, take this Pride advert in Finland for example, the truth is that industry competition fuels innovation. As these brands compete for market share, they continue to evolve new ways to appeal to and satisfy customers. Are meatless wars next?